Okay, well, I'm watching Mizkif live, and he's going to play
This is a very
address all this
serious
stuff.
situation that I was told.
There's a lot.
I know a lot of other people are saying things about me as well on top of this, but this is the thing I want to talk about. So let's talk about it, shall we?
I'm listening. You have to have a good response here, Mizkif. Let's see.
So, this is April of 2021. Okay, I'm gonna write everything down. Everyone, just chill and let me hear this out.
He is kind of composed though.
We met online when we were playing.
But a lot of people in chat are not happy.
This is me and Emmy. I was introduced to her through it, and my chat started to like us hanging out. I didn't have feelings for her or anything, but I thought we could start hanging out more and be friends. So we met through the Annihilator Cup. A lot of you guys know this. I was playing with her. My chat liked her a lot. She was fun to hang out with. So we started hanging out. We started to play games with each other on stream, and we started to grow closer together. We started calling each other, and we were flirting. We didn't do anything, but it was pretty obvious that Emiru had feelings for me as well as I had for her. But we couldn't really do anything because at the time, she was dating a girl named Bonnie, another cosplayer from another state, and I was dating Maya.
Okay.
Me and Maya broke up. I broke up with her because the relationship felt stagnant, and Maya's sanctuary started to take over a lot of her life, and we hardly had time to hang out with each other.
People in chat are just like, who cares?
Since Maya moved out, I knew I wanted a streamer to move into the house, preferably a girl to farm content with, but I didn't want it to happen so fast. I didn't know if I wanted to be Emmy, but she told me about a stalker that came to her house with a bat, and she didn't live at her house anymore. I'm telling you everything, chat, okay? Come on.
I don't know how he's even read chat. Like, bro, after all, everything's happened today.
Relax. All right, take a seat. I told her to come move in with me in Austin because she had a stalker, and we want to make content, and the guy will probably be scared.
It's crazy. He has a hype train right
now. Instead of her in her Kansas home by herself. From there, our relationship started growing very fast. Within just weeks of moving in, she would sit in my room with me late at night, and I would watch Pokemon over and over again, season 1. I loved it because she made me feel like it was because it felt like my childhood and a place of calmness. She would fall asleep in my bed. With some nights, we would touch our backs or legs together.
You think he's reading an AI script?
We just knew it was a bad
idea. He's definitely reading something.
Talks of her joining OTK happened fast as well, and I knew that if we were potentially going to date, we'd have to keep it a secret. Nobody was allowed to know. Streamers as well were already starting to resent me, saying that it was a shitty thing that I moved Emmy in so fast and replaced Maya so quickly. If people found out we were dating, I could be hated by my peers and lose what I created in OTK.
Like, who cares?
I didn't know if we were going to
Why would anyone be mad at you're dating this girl?
I knew if we were going to make it happen,
like, look at Seer, look at Peach Jars.
But I had no idea what was going on.
Look at Soda Poppin' and his AI girlfriend.
It was the beginning of January of 2022.
Emmy just
had a huge party in an arcade celebrating her birthday on stream. Everyone from Austin was there, and as we were celebrating her joining OTK, there was a huge scare. Someone outside in the parking lot rammed into my Audi R8 and drove off. And while we were outside thinking it was a schizo viewer, we were told that the person who just hit my car was now inside holding a gun. This scared us to no end. Me and Connery's pants ran inside in fear to get everyone out and make sure everything is okay. My first concern was Emmy. I wanted her to be safe. The cops came, the drunk driver did have a gun, and was sentenced to 3 to 5 years in prison. Me and Emmy were terrified that night. And on the way home, I grabbed her hand, and she grabbed mine. And we knew we were trauma bonded, and we didn't want to let go.
What? Is this like guy trying to read like a poetry
We would wake up together, stream together, and hang out with each other all night. She quickly became my best friend, and someone that I felt for the first time I was in love with. We hung out all day, every day. We were always so happy with each other. Playing games until the night, loving every moment we were with each other. It felt poor. Jack, relax. I remember one day I left my house. She called me just so we can be on the phone together, as we always did. And we were playing a song called Falling in Love with You with Elvis came on, and I felt that love. First time I felt love for a girl, and I thought I'd want it to never let it go.
Well, he also sent like 50 messages.
The first year of our relationship, we almost had no fights. We started to date officially in January of 2022. And up until my cancellation, everything was perfect. She literally said
she was afraid of the guy. Of course they're going to fight.
She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights.
She literally got a black eye from this, she said.
It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth.
What?
She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I will throw you and show you an example, chat.
This guy's unironically throwing his phone on his stream to prove he didn't go and like abuse a woman. What is this arc, bro? Like, what is this?
I would throw my phone on the bed.
Like, how does this prove anything? The woman's literally saying like you're driving like 160 miles an hour because like you want to die.
Because I was going to bed, so I would just throw the phone.
And like we literally have now tweets that you apparently said that Wreckful killed himself because he was jealous of you, and you spamming her in DMs.
And when she
for her having more viewers, like everything is not adding up. This is not making sense.
I never threw it at her. I never hit her, and she even said,
"If you're rational, please subscribe because I don't want to deal with crazy people." What is this, dude?
Easily.
You don't get a bruise from that.
She brushed over that. I threw water bottles with her on my or my phone near her, but that wasn't during our fights. It would be throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got bruises from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened.
What? This doesn't even make sense.
I did feel a lot of stress over the time of our relationship up until this point from her stalkers.
That's fair.
From the ones that would show up at her old house, and also stalkers that just had from her TikTok postings. We found after being with each other that her stalkers had a lot from would come to her a lot from her short form content. These people were schizophrenic and would think that she is talking to them. Whether it was songs she played, the way she looked at the screen, or just the titles of the videos, these people started to feel she was talking to them.
People in the chat are like you because he kept on spamming her nonstop, even when she didn't respond to him.
People thought in their heads they were dating her. They were out of their mind and dangerous.
But I can't. There is some vouch here. I mean, look at TwitchCon.
I told her if we're going to be serious about this relationship, I need her to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. She agreed and understood that it was a safety concern for not only me, but the house. Russell, Simply, Corey, or anyone that was in my house or anyone that was near us. She agreed that she wouldn't want to hurt anyone else and knew that posting these types of TikToks and posts can mess with us and is something I'm not comfortable with.
But like, what else is she going to do? She's making content.
She would tell me that if I had a problem to let her know.
And she's still making content even afterwards.
First, it was minor things here and there, but over time it got harder and harder to deal with.
Yeah, I'm hearing him, but I'm not ending up. That's exactly how I feel.
There were more stress on top of this. We both had to hide the relationship from everyone. If anyone found out or was known, I could get in a ton of trouble with OTK and cause. But
still, why is that a bad thing, though?
Stop spamming. Never sub. Never donated. Okay, relax.
That's of all the things to critique right now. Like that's not what you also want to call out.
I told her if we were going to be serious about this relationship, I need to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. And then there was more stress on top of this.
Like I'm getting his points, but not really
from everyone.
Like this is like
anyone
serious
found
allegations.
out or was known, like, I can get in a ton of trouble with OTK.
Like stalking and obsessive behavior, not like life. This.
So I lied to all of my old friends, S-Fan included, who lived just next door to me, and everyone in OTK. And that was very hard for me to do.
Stay strong, Miz. This will pass.
We had a doggy door between our rooms, just so we can hide it from everyone else, including my roommates. We would lock the doors to avoid our roommates finding out. As time went on, they found out, but to most of our friends in the Austin
it's not
circle,
the biggest deal to date a girl.
They never officially knew. That stress alone would drive anyone mad, but our love for each other was strong, and we knew we can handle it.
What? I mean, I get you want to be secretive. Some people are crazy, but still.
A lot of you guys know, I was canceled by Trainwrecks and others trying to claim I covered up sexual assault. It was proven wrong, but that destroyed my mental health. I felt like my brain cracked, and I was never the same since. I was suicidal, depressed, and I didn't know what to do with my own life. Every day felt like an absolute nightmare. I was losing OTK, my mental health, and all my friends.
So this is like actually finally relevant.
Emiru
like, I
was
do
one
feel
of the
him
only people that were there for me. She ditched sponsors to go with me to Japan.
Dry our lips.
She went with me anywhere I needed because she wanted me to be happy. And she knew sometimes I freaked out. I lashed out. But she loved me, and she knew I was in a terrible mental place.
Good girl.
It got so bad that stress and constant talking about the same things over and over and no sleep and depression that most of my hair started to fall out, and Emiru started to hurt herself while we were in Japan.
It's kind of weird to bring up. Context, I guess, but that's why would you say that really on stream?
As this time happened, I was a massive wreck. I couldn't think straight, and
weird time to say that.
And being that Emiru hung out with me all day, she too started to become high-strung. Ugh.
I'm letting him cook because this is probably hard as all hell to do. Like I can make fun
We
of
would
him
yell
all,
at
but
each
like, it's
other,
hard.
fight, and argue all the time. Things we never once did. I felt this relationship was taking a huge strain.
Thank you, Wasabi, for another 3 months.
But I thought it could be fixed over time.
What's going on?
Since things were just so amazing that
Mizkif
first year.
got called out today by Emiru for abusing her in like every manner, like financially, career-wise, like her body-wise, everything. So
As
he's
we
responding.
stayed around longer, I started resenting her a lot more. You can take it out of remote-only mode. But as we stayed around longer, I started resenting her a lot more. I never want to talk about this.
So we're in drama right
Emiru
now.
has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in. These were a big part of her life. But as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes
He's
not
calling
having
out her
clean
rabbits.
bedding for weeks.
And he was trying to say that
I,
like,
along with
she
many
even said that
others
she was going to say that
who
he was
would
going
come
to say this.
over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits.
And of course, someone on Twitch
So
is dropping
much that
7,
many
7,
of them
7,
just
7,
died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible. And my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you."
There's a lot of things that aren't really adding up. Because he said that he was going to call out Emiru for the rabbits. Like, Emiru already said that she was going to say this. So now he's trying to, like, so instead of him trying to make, where's the accountability? Like, this woman saying, like, he can't, like, stalked her, spam messaged her, like, touched her inappropriately when she was crying without her consent. Like, those are the serious things we have to call out, not her rabbits. I mean, that's a serious thing, too, but you're trying to pull Hassan right now. Like, what is this? Like, so far, this is like, hey, me. Like, I was crazy. I was angry. We were fighting. Like, we loved each other. Like, this has not been a good response already. Like, this guy should have been sitting here.
Here is a video up close of Emiru's rabbits. These are small little mites that are inside the rabbit cage, and she didn't care. She completely neglected these animals.
This is bad,
and I'm not
but-
going to sit around and let people say that she didn't. People who came to my house knew that they were neglected. This is an up-close view of the rabbit cage being completely disgusting and neglected. She left them to die, and I'm not going to sit here and have her pretend she didn't. It's fucking disgusting.
This is really like 2 levels. I mean, this is bad too. I can't say anything bad about Emiru, but you think rabbits also poop a lot? I know because I had one. I had to clean her every day. Like a lot. I never had a rabbit. This is bad, but once
This
again,
is a video from my own brother. I didn't record this.
but I also want to
These
say
are
like
mites
this guy
all
is
around her
like
cage.
harassing the girl. So it's a little, it's like a weird, it's like weird. Like let's let him cook, let him cook. But so far I'm not happy with this.
Okay.
If he really
I
said
would
that
tell her to
rightful
take care
comment
of them all the time, but to no avail.
that Arya said, that's
She
crazy.
completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many died just over a year or 2 of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt bad, and my brother once came over and said that if I marry her, he'll never forgive me. In fact, when Maya came over during my cancellation, she actually commented on Emiru's rabbits and said, "These rabbits are completely neglected, and this is disgusting." Emiru wouldn't clean the cages, and the smell became so bad that we started to have the rabbits just be outside. I told her if that's the case, she's got to make sure she's giving them
this is
water.
live.
Because they are her responsibility.
Sorry, chat, we're randomly reacting
Instead,
this.
these rabbits were left outside in 100-degree heat with no food or water or anything. Most of the time being in cages with no bedding besides poop all over the place.
This is
didn't
bad.
care. She would sit inside
But
and
once
play
again,
League
like
of Legends
levels.
all day.
There's like a level difference
and
between
what
the two.
this showed me is that I don't want her to be my children's mother, and I couldn't see myself marrying her. The fights from these times started to get worse. I would
These aren't
constantly
fair.
want to be farther and farther from her. I would use her for content, but after stream would want to be alone. I didn't know how to break up with her or end things. She was a co-owner of my org, the only person I knew.
That's why you don't mix friends
and the
and
strain
business,
of the
or love and
relationship
business.
hiding the relationship was really taking a toll on me. On top of that, the stalkers were getting worse. One stalker came to my house, and I had to point a gun at him for 30 minutes until the cops came.
That is traumatic. If this was all true, that sucks. That's bad.
These stalkers are no joke. And the pressure from the relationship, the anger I felt, and the stalkers, as a whole really made us lash out at each other. She would tell me that she doesn't realize what she's doing, that she didn't understand what she was doing wrong. But I would constantly tell her on and off stream that she needs to do more because these stalkers are getting worse. I know I wasn't perfect with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship.
It's hard.
And I was aggressive at times. In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older,
it's weird that he's blaming her for being stalked.
Pajamas. To stop
what do you do as a
about
content creator?
And schizos as a whole.
I have friends who have like stalkers and they have to stop doing their job making TikToks.
I didn't want her to travel without me. I also said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people. This is because I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want Emmy to get assaulted. I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep her safe. And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling, and I should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person. And I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry things got to this fucking point, man.
That is fair, but he's still not addressing the big stuff. But
months
that
of
is,
this relationship, things got extremely fucking toxic.
Like, I get it.
I told her to move out. She didn't move out on her own. I told her to move out because I wanted space, but she still wanted me around at all times. She would get upset if we didn't sleep together,
you don't buy it?
Or
Okay.
if we weren't around. She
I wanna
always
hear him
wanted
out,
me to
but
drive
I
over
want him
to
to
her
address the
house, but I
serious
never
stuff.
wanted to because I wanted to be alone. And that increased our fights. But the stalkers continued, and I got even more stressed. They started to take pictures of me whenever I would drive to her house.
Like, I do agree the situation on both ends is probably horrible.
They knew my every movement. I couldn't take it. Between the rabbits, the stalkers, and the overall ability to handle situations with each other, I knew this wouldn't last. But I didn't know how to get out of the relationship.
As a man,
she did not want to move out. As for me telling Cheddar to leave my house, he was swatting at Chompy constantly and making him bleed. I not only was the one that wanted her to move out first, I was the one that wanted the cat out of the house because he was attacking my cat.
This seems like...
Every month went by the last year, and our fights started to get louder. We were breaking up with each other almost weekly. Fights were getting more aggressive, and shouting began to increase. I was not perfect, and I reflect on those situations with poor taste to myself. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
What?
I one time did say I was going to kill myself during an argument.
First punching
Emmy
a wall.
did this as well numerous times.
What?
She would constantly say she's going to kill herself in arguments, and I have a picture where while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers who came to my house while she was in Kansas.
What?
She told me she was going to kill herself out of aggression of the situation while it was happening.
What? This is crazy.
And I'm just going to leak everything because I don't really care.
I mean, she leaked everything too.
This is the situation. I told her that a stalker's at the house. I'm freaking out. What is happening? Can you call me? I'll call you. I literally want to kill myself. I can't take this anymore. I feel so alone and like a problem.
That seems more like her. She's very overwhelmed.
Just want to show this. She was also using the I want to kill myself a lot in our situation and relationship. This is while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers. This stalker who was at my house, his background picture was Emiru, and when he talked to the cops, he was in love with her and thought that she was talking to him. It is disgusting what these stalkers can do.
I do agree those stalkers are crazy, but like
the fact
I feel like I've had conversations like this. Like you get so overwhelmed.
Was a cop brought him down the street to a QT.
Like she's so overwhelmed that she's like, I want to die. Not like I'm going to kill myself because we're breaking up. It seems like she's more like my life is crazy. There's people outside the door. I'm so like hurt and lost. That's how it kind of seems like it. How I read it or took it. Not like she's like threatening it. Like, oh my god, like if you break up with me, I'm like going off of.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt with Sabi.
Wasn't healthy at this point. I knew
she's so overwhelmed that she's like, I don't know what to do with my life. So that seems more controlling and bad on Mizkif then, because he's not getting it.
A very provocative picture, one that she knew I would hate, and she posted it to make me upset. She admitted that she made me upset with it, and we got into a heated argument, and I broke up with her. We broke up for about a month, then got back together because we thought we can make it work. We went to get food at BJ's, a common place where we would get food, and then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes.
He has some points, but like, I want to hear some more serious stuff.
She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong or did wrong in general. I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then.
Okay, that was one of the bigger things that she touched on. I'd have to hear more on both ends, because like.
But we got back together soon afterwards.
Like if they got back together afterwards, I can see the confusion. Not accepting
fighting,
it. It's more on her.
Were
like
still
I just know the
fighting,
context.
but it did feel like the relationship had good progress, and we were both agreed we need to talk about our future.
Communication for them is like always the biggest thing.
We should see what we want, and Emmy had an idea to write down everything we wanted on paper. I'm going to let everyone know that what I'm about to say is very true. This is exactly what happened, and she cannot argue this. One day, after staying over Emiru's house, Emiru made me breakfast, and she wrote down everything she wanted. She wrote she wants me to move closer to her. She wrote that she wants me to marry her, and she wants kids with me in the next 5 years. And I just looked at this letter.
Yeah, I read that. The guy in the chat said it's not SA, that's his girlfriend.
And I just handed her back.
If she was crying and she didn't like it, that's messed up.
She began to cry, and I told her, I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore. I knew we were just beyond the point of toxicity in the relationship, that our trust had completely died, and that we had so many issues that I couldn't deal with it, and I was not mentally well. I walked away.
Yeah, he definitely wrote this down.
I went to her door.
I can't blame him on that,
as I opened it,
because this is hard
the
to
last words I ever heard her say is, "Don't go."
Yeah, that chat does seem very toxic. Like the guy literally just said she's literally 12 in the head. She never grew up. Like she has like stalkers, all this crazy stuff. He's making a few points that I understand.
I made flights to Japan because I didn't want to sit around and wait to possibly get back together again.
Yeah, I feel like it's okay if she wants to get married if you're dating someone for a long time.
I have messaged her numerous times wondering why I have been removed from OTK, Discords, and I was very scared because I didn't know what was going on. Nobody was talking to me or contacting me, and I have had so much regret.
I don't want to see proof of this.
Times where I wanted to go back. Times where I've drunk messaged her love letters, as you saw on stream.
I do feel bad, but like it was. Like,
I know we're much better off without each other.
Like she doesn't owe
I
you
did
response.
see her at a party once at Simply's house. The house was very small, and I opened the door. I said, "Whoops," and proceeded to talk in the other room about what I possibly did wrong, and began to bawl out and be depressed because I just saw my ex-girlfriend. I want to make it very clear. I was not following her, nor lingering around her. I was with others the entire night. The house is about 2,000 square feet with about 50 people there. I, of course, was near her.
Like I said, I'm getting a few of his points, but like I'm not like
this year
convinced.
Sorry. This year has been very hard for me, and I'm sure for her. I even went to Japan and drank every single night just to sleep. Going from being with each other for 3 years straight and trauma bonding to be completely alone is such a difficult thing for both of us. I began therapy in February of this year.
Good on therapy.
EMDR therapy, something she recommended me when we were dating. I'm very happy to say that I feel better than ever, and I've gotten a lot of the stress I've had away. I've also moved from Austin myself, and I've had a lot of trauma lingering from there as a whole, and I feel a lot better from that.
Like, he is making a few points, but I'm curious what you guys think.
I hope nothing but the best for Emmy. I know she said a lot of these things today, and I do believe a lot of them were false, but I do hope nothing but the best for her, and I'm sorry that any of this happened. I hate that we're in this situation, and I hope that she can move on. We were in a toxic relationship. I saw that. I've realized over the years of
some guy in the chat
goes, of 2 relationships now online that I'm a horrible boyfriend, and I have a lot to work on for myself. I've been single for the past 10 months, and I plan to stay that way.
Whenever I've had crazy exes, I'm like, I'm doing the same thing. I'm being single for a bit.
Not just for me, but for the people around me.
Well, there's a lot to this.
Okay. That's it.
That's it, apparently?
If you're wondering if it's scripted, the answer is, of course it is. I wrote it out because
I'm not fully convinced. He did have a few comments like it was toxic together. He was kind of falling out of love. Like some things didn't really add up though.
Okay.
But like I get a little of the vibe.
I am going to defend myself in these situations. I am not going away. I have no plans to go away. And I believe a lot of the situations today were absolutely exaggerated. I have dozens of photos and videos, calls and messages.
I'd want to see those now.
Well, if
like
she has
I could be swayed, but I want to see them.
Things I will be leaking over the next few days
of
other people, of other things. I have a lot of messages that I have that I'm going to expose as time goes on, because I do believe that this is a time to go fucking buck wild.
It's where it's like scorched earth, though.
I want to make it very clear. When it comes to Emiru, when she says that I was getting ready to go after her and that I was going to use her rabbits against her, that was never the plan. My plan for myself was very simple. If Emmy were to say something about me, I would say something back. That's it. I never had a plan in my life to go after her.
He was saying that she was saying that people at TwitchCon that he was going up to them saying that he was going to ruin them, though.
And that's completely.
And if he was messaging other people, it's all to messages. If he was also saying that there was other messages to other like streamers, and if he was like being like, "Hey, do you have my side? Do you have my back?"
What if anything was said to her team at TwitchCon?
Yeah, exactly
I said that if she goes after me, then I will go nuclear, and that is exactly what I said.
That's weird though. On both ends, but that's also exactly like why she's afraid.
Because you can't mess with me anymore. I don't have anything to lose. I'm sorry, I don't. Go after me all you want. I have nothing to lose, and I will say this proudly. Emiru abused those rabbits. She did. And if you're in Austin, Texas, and you want to say that she didn't abuse those rabbits at my house, you're lying. You know she did.
It's like where he's like kind of like putting the pressure on something else.
Rabbits and she let them outside.
Which is so messed up. Those poor rabbits, but still.
And it's disgusting. And I didn't want to bring this up ever. This was not something I planned on bringing up in my life. But it's something that she claims that she didn't do, and people are trying to defend her from that. Like Asmongold, where he says that one of her rabbits she took and brought around. What about the other 6 rabbits that died?
It's really just, I mean, I get it, the point, trying to like prove that she wasn't perfect.
As for what happened with me and Emiru, it is I mentally have been fucked up for years. And I'm very proud of myself for working on myself.
And if he keeps on saying he's messed up, then it's kind of proves that the relationship was really bad. Maybe on both ends.
I do believe that.
I have heard worse Twitch drama.
And I'm never going to not admit that.
Yes, exactly. So what Vicky just said is, what's worse, animal abuse or human abuse? This is weird. I think human abuse for sure. So that's why it's kind of where he's focusing on the animal abuse. It's a problem, yes, but yeah, this seems like it's cope. I'd want to see more details of like him trying to ruin her career, their relationship being bad. Because so far, all you ever showed was a screenshot of her saying she wanted to like
still mentally fucked. I am
to herself.
I'm absolutely mentally
she was getting so freaked out about everything.
Slowly working on it. I do feel like I've been getting better.
Like he has some points, but I think I still go towards Emiru.
I don't feel stressed. I don't even feel angry.
He's like, hey, she was neglecting her rabbits, but I also was controlling, which is trickle truth thing that he was abusive. Yeah. Yeah, he admitted that he's controlling. He's also like
up for myself in a lot of
minimizing everything she said, and basically he's like, I'm going scorched earth because what else am I supposed to do? But that's what she was afraid of.
It was just me who was at fault.
Like if someone's like, I'm going to ruin your life if you speak,
and that's what it was.
And then when you speak, the first thing you do is go on stream and call it all out. Like that's bad. Like that's why there's like NDAs. That's why there's like he's basically they're both like both are bad. Yeah,
so important. I will bluntly
he's obviously used the whole rabbit thing to get back at her and turn the hate around on her, what she said he was going to do. So he's only proving that point. Yeah, he literally said he was going to do this.
Someone that was massively obsessed with streaming and viewership. And when my cancellation happened, and even before,
this is on his viewership, which was a big deal.
I've been massively obsessed with streaming and viewership over the years, and it's disgusting, and it has ruined my fucking life. Yes. It is something that I am envious of others.
You're already rich.
I am angry at others because of it. It makes me jealous.
Which is what she was complaining about.
Well. And it has made me realize that I am I'm never happy for someone else if they're doing much better than me.
That's not good. It's your girlfriend.
This is true if you watch my old stream.
This like proves abuse. Like you literally want her to fail. She complained about this.
I've been very envious of other people.
That's a you issue.
And it's a problem.
Yes, it is.
I'm definitely way better than I was now, or I am now, but it's a serious problem that I am still working on to this day.
You're already a multi-millionaire with millions of followers. Like you had it made.
I've been this way for a very fucking long time, where I'm a competitive dude, and I think I'm very competitive with streaming.
Like this is kind of proving his point. If he's overly competitive to the point he makes his girlfriend want to turn off her stream and yell at her and use her for views. Like this is the problem. Like he's like a user. He's an abuser. He's like also like attacking her back. Like this is kind of proving her point if you really think about it.
Very clear. If you know me in Austin, Texas, I drive fast everywhere. I drive fast literally
This is on
everywhere.
regards to him driving 150 miles an hour.
That's
like scary. You can kill someone.
Are open. I drive fast all the time. I do. I don't even remember what situation she was talking about.
Like, he doesn't even know. Like, dude, if you're driving 100+ miles an hour, that's like literally, that's dangerous. You mess up, you lose control. Like, that's rough.
From the airport, and she was in her blue Corvette, and she started the speed when we were on a straightaway when she was getting mad, and she stayed quiet.
150 miles per hour is extremely
I don't remember the
dangerous.
exact speed she got up to, but we were definitely flying.
These are not good responses. Some guy in chat, 150 is light work. My car can't even get up to 150 miles an hour. I need to go in far more ads or ask for more gift subs. We're getting more trauma apparently because you just got another 20 gifters. I'm not happy with this. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more. This is probably a good time for me to at least a YouTube video end this. He messed up. This is bad. Like, he made a few points. They were both crazy. She had her own issues, but
as well, I have no problem admitting fault. The person that I was during that relationship, and I would say,
and like, this is what you should be doing. Like, this is better now. Like, be like, I messed up. If she felt bad, I feel sorry. Like, he did say that.
Person that just sat there all day, stressed and angry and mad at the fucking world.
His lawyer just facepalmed. His lawyer is like, I'm down. I'm out.
Because I know you are who you hang out with. And
his chat is very toxic.
Definitely changed Emmy in a lot of ways and made her very stressed as well, and mentally. The situation.
Some guy just says play Minecraft.
Cataclysm both of us.
Yeah, dude, this entire thing seems like it's proof that he was a controlling, abusive man.
I knew I needed to get out, so I broke up with her. In fact, I broke up with her twice. The first time I broke up with her,
he said they were breaking up every other week.
It was over, and the second time I broke up with her,
he just signed my badge at TwitchCon last week, and as the guy, he needs to stop talking. I agree.
Afterwards, primarily for OTK stuff.
Like,
but,
it's not as bad. I mean, depends on the receipts, but like, this is still bad.
Where I did want to go back to her.
Like, I think I'm on Emiru's side for this for sure.
I didn't. I was drunk. I thought I needed to, but
like, I get, like, if you have a relationship, it gets messy. You're both being toxic. Like, it doesn't work out. I understand that, but that doesn't excuse you to abuse someone or hurt someone or like be driving 150 degrees. Yeah, he also dropped the trauma bond too. Like, that's just normal relationships. Like, there's always gonna be trauma in relationships.
I don't think
it's about you getting through it together.
About.
I mean, I understand like a short-term trauma burn, but over 3 years, and she wants to get married to you, and like she wants commitment, and like you to treat her right. It's like a different thing. It's a different vibe. At this point, I'm leaning towards Emiru.
Leak something? No, not today.
But he said there's gonna be more. Apparently,
this is something I think that we went over.
And yeah, even there's a consistency. Like, other people have called him out for his like bad actions. So it's not like a one-time thing. It's a pattern. It's a pattern of ego. It's a pattern of controlling. It's a pattern of like how he's treating everything. He has an ego for sure. You can hear it when he's talking to him. I only talked to him for 10 minutes and gave off the I know who I am and what I'm worth vibes. He does kind of have that vibe.
That's it. I said what I had to say.
Everyone's like, so yeah.
You guys listening?
Emiru showed receipts and is easily more likely to get support through this. All this guy is losing followers on his Twitter and is only exaggerating things. Yes. Yeah, not saying she's innocent. She's probably innocent. She got her own crap going on, but this guy's complete moron for what he's saying on stream. I agree. Like, he basically just kind of proved the point that he's a little controlling. He's abusive. He wasn't mentally like sound. She had her own issues, yes, but like, you basically blame stalkers and rabbits for his own actions.
That's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.
He said she gave me a list saying she wanted marriage and kids the next few years, and that was scary to me. Dude, you were dating for 3 years. She wants to commit to her. Stop wasting her time. And why was he so against her being like public? He was saying like him being public with her on OTK would ruin the company and the job. No, everything that happened ruined it. Like, it was gonna get ruined either way. Like, look at the hindsight. Like, he's not a part of OTK. The whole company fell apart. He's not friends with anyone Austin anymore. So guess what? That doesn't make sense. Like, if you want to be public with his girlfriend, I don't think most women care. I think that's fine. I understand the stalkers issues are rough, yes, but like, what is this, dude? Like, I'm very disappointed in this response, because he kind of like just put different vibes on different things. He blamed the animals. Yes, that kind of shows that, like like she wasn't like the most perfect person. Yes. But like, my dude, like, she was saying that you were hurting her and driving 150 miles an hour and getting scared, saying that you're going to go and like off yourself. The stuff that we mentioned too with like Arya, who even said everything about this for the Byron comment. Like, this is all absolutely disgusting and crazy, dude. Like, some of these are bigger things, and like how she felt and everything. Like, this is horrible, dude. I understand that there was a few things that did happen with them. I understand that completely. Like she wasn't perfect, but do you guys agree that like it seems like he didn't address the right things. Like, he kind of like just screwed around a few different random issues and letting people pick it up. Like, he should have sat on this for another day for sure, because I got he was trying to say they were talks together. You know, my guy started dating a cosplayer and went, I can fix her. Well, it's weird that he was trying to say like to stop making content for stalkers. If you're a content creator, you're a cosplayer, you're doing TwitchCon events, tweets, Twitter, whatever, like it's her job. Like, if you're streaming, and I saw her streams recently, it doesn't seem like she's doing anything that provocative or that crazy, you know? You think it's 50-50, both of them are equal in the situation? I do want to agree that there is a little bit more on Mizkif. Or not agree. I agree that both have their own vibes. You think he really won me over with his apology? You think so? I do think he's valid in a few comments. Like, he took a little accountability. He said they were both kind of toxic. It was a roughy thing. I think the essay is up to Emiru. I'd want to hear more on the situation. Not that I want to, you know, but you need the context for it all. Like, there was a little leeway. I do want to say there was a little leeway, but he was also kind of admitting he was controlling. He was admitting that like he was doing things wrong. He wasn't fully committed to her, like afraid of the job stuff. And you can kind of tell that there was a few things that he was definitely like out there, you know? People can change, but I'm mostly blaming Mizkif. I do think this skews a little bit more on Mizkif. He kept putting his foot in his mouth, yeah. But I do want to agree that there is blame on both Emiru and him. Like, for sure, there is blame on both ends. I do not want to say that Emiru is absolved for this. But he did go and contradict himself. He did prove a lot of his like prior bad issues. And he does have to. We need to see more information. Like, this is one of those things that if Mizkif was messaging other content creators saying like, I want to ruin Emiru, that disproves the fact that like he wasn't planning stuff. So if she has proof of that, like him messaging other people or whatever, then that's a big whammy jammy. And as well, on top of this, just like it needs more information everywhere. Because if they can improve themselves or like prove more on both sides, that's where it gets crazy. And I do think there's blame on both ends, for sure, on my first impression. They're both still young, so it's likely that Emmy might have been able to handle some aspects of their relationship better. But like you said, he admitted to being controlling, plus the things he's blamed for still seem to be fueling his actions, which don't line up to his words. Yes. And his words were also over the place. Yes. I would want to see, not that I even want to care about this situation, I feel bad. We need to see more proof of how other people were interacting with them, how they were talking, like if they were trying to plan to cancel each other, more of that TwitchCon stalking stuff. Like, there is a lot more that needs to be addressed here. Because yes, bad rabbits are bad, but that's completely different versus humans. Like, animal abuse is bad, look at Hassan, but everything else is a bit more on the rougher end. This was a lot. This might be a hot take to say so early as everyone's emotions are kind of charged. I don't think this is cancel worthy. I think this is another huge bad stain. But I think he'll still have a lot of viewers, and obviously you can tell in his Twitch chat that people still care about him. He just got like 2,000 gift subs. But we have to wait for more information. You think you just pull the giant waffle? Like, a little bit. I want to hear more on Emiru. Like this really is like, she was kind of almost light on it. Like, she kind of just said kind of a lot of important parts. And I think she put together very well. I think he was kind of shoddy, but he did have a few like, hey, we were both messed up points. This is going to be one of those things throughout the next few days. It depends a lot more on like what comes out. Because like I said, there is still issues on both. There's issues on both people. So it's just more of like who has more proof, has more information. Right now, Emiru put out a lot more information than Mizkif did. You don't think it's cancel worthy either? I do believe in second chance, we've got to see change in him. Yeah. And this was also a few years ago now at this point, like a year ago. So, and also someone in the chat just says loser ass. All right, that's about it. I think we have to wait for more information. I'm skewing more towards Emiru in the right, Mizkif in the wrong. Both had issues. And we just have to see like logs, timestamps, OTK stuff and everything, because I can see how Mizkif has a few of his own issues. Yes, that happened. Like, he had to deal with this. That was rough. And like relationships, if it's toxic and you have stalkers and like millions of people looking at you and friends making comments on you all, it can get really hard really fast. I completely understand that. Here's Mizkif dropping a heart. And people are going to support him either way. But it just depends more. It's like the proof is in the evidence. The proof is in the pudding. So I'm going to be very curious to see on what kind of comes out more. I hope he is okay. Someone said I stay safe, Miz. I hope Mizkif stays okay. I hope he doesn't do anything drastic. And I hope, yeah, you think send him to prison. I'm going to have to wait and see for more information on this. But that's my thoughts. That's my, I guess, live reactions. The first comment from a non-sub is just F you and you deserve prison time. Yeah, this guy said, I need more evidence. And that's a sub. I agree. I think you need more evidence to see what's going on here. But it's, I don't know, man. Some guy just says L take XQC. All right, that's my thoughts on it all. Let's see what heaps and happen throughout these next few days. But this is what a crazy, weird few hours over here, dude, on the whole Twitch world. This is nuts, dude.